So one of my subscribers sent me this video and he wanted my opinion, my feedback on it. So I'm going to let you hear a little bit of the first part of this and then we can get into it. Okay?
Asked, what's the difference between dating some black men and the white man? Well, the white man is going to call you and invite you out. The black man is going to text you, good morning, beautiful. Hello, gorgeous. What you doing? The white man is going to take you to a very nice dinner and pay for it. The black man is going to ask you, what you cooking? Can I come over? The white man is going to take you to get your tire fixed and pay for it. The black man is going to tell you, you need to get your tire fixed. The white man is going to buy you a very special gift for your birthday. The black man is going to disappear and call you after your birthday. The white man is going to be very impressed by your education and your personal accomplishments. The black man is going to be intimidated by your education and your personal accomplishments. The white man is going to raise his kid, take care of his kid, spend quality time with his kid. The black man is going to get you pregnant and abandon you and the kid. The white man wants a relationship that leads to marriage and family. The black man wants a situationship that leads to nothing. The white man is going to date you, propose to you, and then marry you. The black man is going to shack up with you and play house with you. The white man is going to be clear in his communication when it comes to you. The black man is going to mislead you, play head games with you, and then confuse you. And then you ask, what's the difference between dating some black men and the white man? Everything. Stop being loyal to a community of men who are not loyal to you. Explore your options, think outside of the box, and you'll be amazed at the experiences on the other side.
Oh, Lord. Okay. So this says before 2025. Now, this video has been brought to us by this channel here. Now, it doesn't seem like this woman is the actual content creator. This video is entitled, Swirler Exposes How Black Women Are Embarrassing Black Men. Now, this is not the content creator that is in this initial video. She's actually presenting a video from another content creator. It blows my mind, man. But I want to shout out Shez Sharday. I hope I'm pronouncing your YouTube channel correctly. Please forgive me if I haven't. She has an amazing collection of good videos up there that sort of shows the black woman and the dating market in Black America. Now, this video that she's showing you here, it says before 2025. And before we go on, my friends, remember, subscribe, please. Book a session and like this video before we proceed so you don't forget by the end of the video. Of course, go over to Shez Sharday channel and support her as well. She has a very good channel, actually. I've watched a few of her videos since I've been sent this video. So we have to understand the dating dynamics in the black community. When you listen to a black woman express these thoughts, we have to understand where it's coming from and why she's presenting this material. Of course, she's just slammed us with all of these different reasons why black men aren't desirable by their own women to be proper mates for them. Speaking as if women choose men for relationships. No, my dear. Women, all women give men access to sex. The man decides if you're worthy of being protected and provided for. And men who are in position of providing and protecting for you, they need to see you deemed worthy. But like yesterday, when I presented this video, you have to understand why men, especially in the black community, don't find black women desirable.
You have an ex out there that believes you never cheated on him, but you really did.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. I'm 100, so all my niggas know I cheated on them. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a Scorpio, bitch. They know I cheat. I don't know if he know I cheated on him or not. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I cheated though. And I be crying like I didn't.
Now, of course, I am speaking in general terms. I'm not referring to all black women. Just like you stated, you're not referring to all black men, right? But there's enough of you exhibiting really undesirable traits for men to actually say, no, I will not choose you. No, you have fell for the feminist okie doke and you're not a desirable woman in order for us to even propose to you in today's environment.
I am so tired of hearing people say, you're so pretty, you can get any guy you want. I swear, no, I can sleep with any guy I want. And unfortunately, that is not the same.
Yeah, that's the reality of the world that we live in. So women have to understand that simple reality. If you don't become the product that the men want, they will sleep with you. They will disrespect. They will take what you're giving, which is your sexuality, because it seems like black women are not short on giving up their sexuality. You're obviously not short on opening your legs to men that you don't want as a father for your kids, because a massive percentage of the time, you don't want the baby daddy there just so you can take advantage of EBT, child support, and all the other benefits and perks that you get from daddy government. This is standard operating procedure in most black communities. But to be honest, I mean, if you think that you're going to be desired by every other culture, you're sadly mistaken. Black women are not being desired by any other culture, any other color of man, so to speak. But guess who is? Black men. Black men are desired by every other culture, whether he's the hood rat or whether he's the sharp, straight-laced, nerd, boring guy. They're all desired by every other culture. Been married to a white woman for 20 years. Been with her for 22 years. Black men stay. No baby mamas. I have 2 teenagers. Never deserted them. I'm still here. I'm a walking example of all the things that you cry against. The absolute opposite. But I made sure that I choose a woman that would be worthy of being a good mother. Would I have wanted a black woman? Hell yeah. Hell yes. Did I come across any of them I felt that would be worthy of carrying on my DNA and being a good mother, being a good wife when I was ready for the next marriage? The answer was no. Have I met black women subsequently that I would have said, wow, she would have made a good wife? Yeah, I've met a few. And when I tell you a few, because the large majority of black women were not bred to be wives. Why? Because they never grew up with fathers. They never understood family structure. The whole idea of a nuclear family in the black community has collapsed. And who caused that? It wasn't the black man. It was black women who fell for feminist bullshit. But I don't want to digress too much because I want to demonstrate what this content creator is trying to demonstrate, which was back before 2025, black women were touting all of this bullshit about how bad black men are. Fast forward to 2025, what happened? Well, let's take a look. Let's hear how the language has changed.
Many months later.
I think black women are the most disrespected woman on the planet. I think black women are so looked down upon when it comes to men. For some reason, men just really don't feel black women are worthy of being treated like a real queen. They don't.
Let's just stop that shit right there. That's the number one mistake. You all are not freaking queens. We don't treat black women like queens. We don't treat white women like queens. This pedestalizing bullshit that has perpetrated the black community is insane. It basically means that we, black men, must treat you. We must put you up on a pedestal to the point where you become the matriarch, the power in the relationship. That's all you're trying to instigate.
You an alpha man, you want an alpha female, right?
No.
No such thing.
Oh my God.
No, I don't.
There's no such thing as an alpha female?
There's no such thing as an alpha female.
No such thing.
Why? How? Why do you think that?
Who does she lead? In the relationship, who does she lead? As an alpha female?
as a person though, not in the relationship. As a person.
Okay, so in terms of relationship, if you're an alpha female, who are you leading?
You're the alpha. So you lead people, right?
Yeah.
There can't be a dynamic though.
There can be two alphas?
No, where there's a man who's, submissive to the woman.
Excuse me? Say that again? A man who's submissive to the woman. Okay,
Yes.
so how do you feel about that man that's submissive to you?
Me personally, I can't be with nobody that's gonna be submissive to me because
Okay.
I'm gonna walk all over him.
All right.
But
Exactly.
that's just me personally, though. Some women want.
You are my servant if I'm the queen. Because you don't treat us like kings. You treat us like freaking slaves. But we must treat you like queen? Why? Why? We have to stop this shit in the black community of pedestalizing each other. It's my king. No, he's not your freaking king. He's just a man, an average guy, and you're an average woman, and you all have to come together to try to navigate this world together. We need to stop this bullshit. He's not a king. He's just a guy that's going to guide you through the world. He's the father of your kids. You act like the mother of his kids. You're coming together as husband and wife, not as partners and equal partners. No, he runs shit. He runs the shit in the house. He is the man of the house. You make sure that you step into his world and you make sure that he guides you. There can only be one captain on the boat, one pilot, one freaking pilot and a co-pilot. Co-pilot shuts his mouth and waits for instructions. The only time the co-pilot takes over is if the pilot is incapacitated or unable to perform his duties, then you would take over. We need to stop the bullshit. We need to stop the fantasies that we perpetrate in the black community. You realize that none of those bloody fairy tales that were friggin' created had black people in them? None of them. They were all white people. Let them have their thing. Where's the African love stories? Focus on those.
You know, I just feel that black men, to a certain degree, especially when it comes to quality men, they're embarrassed by the black woman.
Yeah, you are an embarrassment. The large majority of you are an embarrassment. And we've told you how and why you're embarrassing, and you still continue with the same bullshit. The fake hair, the freaking BBLs, the fake nails, the excessive amount of makeup. You do not stay in shape. You don't take care of your bodies. You think that being fat and out of shape is an attractive thing. So, yeah, we are embarrassed of our own women. It is embarrassing. I was talking to a brother in the gym this morning, and we were going for a run on the beach. And he was saying to me, Paul, man, when I go out on the beach and I do my runs or walk, he does 15,000 steps a day, He says the large majority of the people on the beach running and exercising are white people. He said you might see 2 or 3 black people. And usually they're like fitness athletes or personal trainers, right? He said the average black woman is not out there taking care of herself. You got white women pushing strollers, doing power walks every single time. And he says it's insane how bad and out of shape our black women are. I don't get it. He said, man, I run into so many white women just saying hello and hi, and they jog past and they're getting their shit together. Black women, zilch, very few. He said the only time you see them is when you go to nightclubs or you go into freaking brunches, etc. Otherwise, you rarely see them exercising. So yeah, we are embarrassed. We are. And you're asking us to accept mediocrity from our women. But God forbid if we call it out. God forbid if we say anything. We're shaming. You're shaming your black woman. It's just constant because we can't tell you anything. That's how you've been conditioned.
When you say something, the white girl gonna listen. The black, then they're gonna argue.
I'm not against people having their preferences. I think you can fall in love with anyone from any race, any culture, any religion. But I find it interesting because every single time a black man is asked why he likes white women, they never tell me why they like white women. They just tell me what white women do that black women don't. Instead of just saying, I like the way white women do this. I like the way white women talk to me. I get along with white women better. It's always because black women love to argue. Black women are just aggressive. Don't get me wrong. I really do not care who you decide to be with. I listen, man, when these topics come up, I'm in the back. But I am interested to know, why don't you just tell me why you like a white woman? You don't need to bash black women in the process. You really don't. Obviously, there's going to be differences and you may prefer one difference than the other. But bashing, I don't ever think that's necessary.
You cannot tell the black woman anything. Anyway, I'm sorry. I had to go in that little rant there.
And I believe all of this stemmed from the behavior that black women display, the mindset the dysfunctional upbringing, the baggage, the multiple baby daddies. It's just a lot that I feel that men are just not willing to tolerate when it comes to the black woman.
Do you realize that this is the same woman who just freaking went on a tirade about black men, right? You do realize that. But this is after 2025. Why is this happening now? The content creator will narrate why this is happening. But you almost have to say to yourself, this must be two different people. This must be her twin, her altered ego. God, this is a whole different freaking speech. Wow.
It's so sad because these men, they don't even see you guys worthy of taking you guys on just a lunch date. They don't even see you guys worthy of marriage. They don't even see you guys worthy of settling down with. You understand? They literally put you guys in situationships, impregnate you guys only to leave you.
That there is no reason to come to court and divorce this man, place him on child support, especially if you say he's a provider. He seems like he's a good man, retired military. He takes care of you, obviously. You look beautiful. So I don't think this is the right route that you need to go. Most people that come in this court get put on child support because they either deserve to be put on it or they were doing something they didn't have any business doing when it comes down to not taking care of their kids. So I just wouldn't want to put this man on child support just because, like I said, you're in your feelings.
Pookie and Ray Ray, who you end up with, gets you pregnant and leave your ass. And when you have a good man who you do get pregnant with, 2 or 3 years in, you leave his ass because you either beat him down, then you complain he can't handle you. We're the only culture where we have to handle our women like freaking trying to train a rabid dog, a freaking untrained dog. We got to freaking handle you, pull that leash and make sure that you know, and God forbid if we slap you around like the old days, then all of a sudden, oh, you're abusing me, and then all of a sudden you're on TikTok complaining, and then police is there, and we're arrested, and we're screwed. The whole family unit screwed up again because you can't control yourself, your emotion. Where you had a discussion with that neighbor dog, the black woman, and she came with her ratchet attitude, ended up in jail. For what? Couldn't just quietly just say to the man, to her neighbor, hey, can we have a discussion? No. You shouted at my mama yesterday. How dare you? My mama's old. Ah.
You yelling at my mama over there? I didn't yell at her. I was saying you backed up. Not only backed up, if you continue that. You know how old my mama is? Let's go here, okay? No, because the next time, I'm gonna go be get off my property. Get off my property. Get off my property. Or else you want to talk to me? Stand out there. Now let me tell you something. My mother is an old lady. 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 Okay. Check this out. Go, check it. Get your dog. Oh. If I sure did. It's all right. Get it. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all good. Shut up, kid. It's all good. Shut up.
If you guys haven't seen it, I'll put the link at the end of this video. But it's freaking insane that we have to put up with that attitude from our black women. It's insane, man.
You know, but they don't see you guys worthy of really, really settling down with starting a family, being married too. They don't see that. They don't see that when it comes to the black woman, you know. You guys have no idea how many times I've had to intervene and let men know what you see on social media is not a reflection of all black women.
The large majority of them do exhibit some or most of the traits that you describe. The educated ones, they think that they are so freaking big for their breeches because they have a degree. They need a man who is 10 times better than them. They feel that they deserve that man. The ratchet ones that freaking don't have shit, they're the ones that are going to end up with Pookie and Ray Ray who beat their guts out 5, 6, 7 baby daddies. What do men have to freaking pick from? Let me know. Let me know. If the educated ones have an ego that's bigger than her damn head and think she deserves a so-called top 1% man and puts off having kids until later in life, she's incredibly overweight. Her attitude stinks to the point where no man want to be emasculated by some woman who thinks that she is all that shit. She's not willing to get on the man's program. Which man wants to deal with that shit? Especially after that man has built himself to a level that he wants a wife, not a competitor, not a freaking power. He don't want to be a power couple. Why the hell would I build myself to a point where I'm making $200,000-300,000 a year that I can survive on and to provide for a family when another woman wants to come in to be my partner? What sense of peace would that bring to me? Absolutely none. I want a woman that can take care of my kids. I want a woman that I can have 2, 3, maybe 4 kids with. Not some woman who've left putting off kids until she's freaking 40 years old and now she wants that one child to be there. No. I work my ass off so I can have 2 or 3 kids. You women don't get it. You all do not choose relationships.
And as a result, the behavior that many of you all demonstrate has really come against you all because your men do not want to be a part of your lives. They don't want to settle down with you. They don't want to marry you. Okay, they don't think you're worthy. So what they do, they come into your life and tell you, hey, I don't want to be in a relationship, but we could be friends. All right? That's not how men are. But yet and still, they will leave you, find themselves a quality woman, and go marry her. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's not good what has happened to the Black woman. Because your men do not see you guys worthy. They look down upon y'all. They're embarrassed of you all.
Remember, this is the same woman. Why did this change? Now Sheds will explain to you why the sudden change of tone.
I wanted to react to this video real quick because the difference in messaging that I saw between these two videos I thought was really interesting and also somewhat of an indication as to what has been happening really over the last year. So you heard the first video where she basically spent the entire video pedestalizing white men and then down talking Black men. I mean, honestly, that's the kind of speech I would expect to hear at like a neo-Nazi rally. I mean, it was full of assumptions and accusations with really no proof. And you could just hear in just the tone of her voice that there was a lot of frustration that she had directed towards Black men. And while I don't know the exact date of that video, to my understanding, it was recorded before 2025. Now, fast forward to 2025, and in the second video that I shared, she posted just a few weeks ago, and notice the difference in tone. Notice how in this video, there's a little bit more empathy for Black men. Whereas in the first video, she was very quick to throw pretty much a good portion of Black men under the bus. Whereas in the second video, she has empathy and is understanding why Black men are not taking Black women seriously. She notes things such as relationship baggage, poor relationship skills, coming from broken homes, having multiple baby daddies, having a lot of excess baggage. So she actually starts to indicate some of the different challenges that Black women have that can make it difficult for Black men to want to deal with them and take them seriously as far as wife material. And this was something that was completely missing in the first video. My question is, what's the difference? What made the change from her castigating Black men and pedestalizing white men to all of a sudden having empathy for Black men and recognizing why they are not taking some Black women seriously? Like, what made that change? And I think we've discussed this really over the last few months now, how there seems to be a big change in narrative and dialogue around relationship dynamics, particularly since the economy has changed. We have seen Black women be impacted really more than any other demographic since Trump took office. Black women have lost more jobs. They are facing some of the highest unemployment rates. And there are complete industries right now that are being taken over by AI, not to mention we've seen the government make huge cuts to things such as SNAP, food stamps, Medicare, and really other programs that provided governmental support to moms, to single mothers, and particularly to single Black women who had kids. And this is on top of inflation skyrocketing, wages being stagnant for decades now, and there doesn't really seem to be any indication of these economic challenges or these economic barriers slowing down. And so we've seen a difference in dialogue. We have seen a difference in conversation. I have seen more Black women come online, talk about their desire for Black men, how they do need men, how they do want a man, how they're tired of doing things by themselves. And I do think that much of this change is being fueled by a toughening economy.
Yes! This daughter just hit it straight out of the park. She's seen what I've been seeing. I've been telling you guys. As shit hits the fan, winter is here. Winter's here. And Black women realize now, holy shit, we are out here in the cold alone. There's nobody coming with a coat. Nobody coming to build a fire for us. We don't know how to freaking build a fire. Oh, shit, we have no gas. There's no money for freaking fuel. There's no money for food. Little Leroy, little Tay-Tay, he don't have any money. They don't have no money. My little boo-boos have there. We're all out here in the cold. Rents coming due. Men ain't simping like they used to because most men are broke. It's going to get rough. So now you're going to start to see the tone soften, gentlemen. Then you need to ask yourself, do we rescue them or do we let them freeze outside in the blizzard? This is the question we have to ask ourselves as men in the community. I mean, I know what I would do. Fuck that shit. If I was a single man, I'd be saying, no, hell no, I need to survive, man. Because I don't know where this AI is going to take me as well. I'm not going to freaking sacrifice myself for some woman. I know that the only reason she's here because she's struggling. These are the women that didn't prepare for this winter. They were traveling and buying the bags and the shoes and all of that other shit. Didn't put any money away for the hard times. Out brunching, buying clothes, makeup, freaking house full of so much shit.
So even if I am unemployed, so who cares?
Me?
I don't care.
We know that.
But I'm not going to date a man that's unemployed because how are they going to provide? That's just how I see it.
Women don't identify as broke. They just feel like they haven't found the right man yet to take care of them. That's crazy that you can be a grown, functioning adult and think that another grown, functioning adult is supposed to come along and take care of you and all your responsibilities and everything you want out of life. You're unemployed, you're broke, you have no motivation to do better. You just expect a man who you deem better than you to come along and take care of you.
Whew, yeah. So ultimately, my friends, this is what we're dealing with. And gentlemen, you have to be very aware that they are going to come out of the woodworks now. And they're going to be nice. They're going to be sweet. I had a brother on Zoom the other day. He was dating this woman for over 8 months from overseas. He said, Paul, she's so beautiful. She's so sweet. He said, I was so hooked. I was hooked. Then I started really asking her some real qualifying questions to see if there were anything I needed to know before I bring forth the relationship. She got comfortable enough to explain to him that she was a sugar baby at one point, and she actually has a sex tape out there as well. He said, I couldn't get across it. He said, the sugar baby cut me out. It literally just, he said the last dagger to the heart was when she told me that there's a sex tape out there with 2 other people. She's 30 now, and she's cleaning up her life and trying to find a good guy. He's the mop-up guy. He said, no, I couldn't do it. I left. So I asked him, I said, well, why did you call me if you had already made that decision? He said, I just wanted the confirmation if I was making the right decision, because I had other people who were telling me, oh, everybody has a past, she's a good girl, you got to let that. I said, no, my friend, no. Her past is not just her past. Her past shows you who she's going to be when she stops pretending Right now, she's pretending. By year 2, maximum 3, the nightmare that you freaking ignored, her past, is going to come forth. That's the problem, gentlemen. Once a woman has been infected by this sort of behavior and the massive amount of dopamine hit and the type of lifestyle that she was carrying on, it's almost like she's become a drug addict, an alcoholic. Once you've been an alcoholic, you cannot save yourself. You will always be an alcoholic. It's just a matter of time, the right trigger. I said all of a sudden you're going to be left in the cold. Don't take that freaking chance. So you have to learn how to ask qualifying questions, gentlemen, to find out these women's past so that you cannot make the mistake.
The most dangerous thing a man can do is have the audacity to actually think highly of himself, to actually believe that he is deserving of good too. That's the most dangerous thing a man can do. Let me break it down for you. A man who values himself is not going to settle for scraps. He's not going to tolerate any disrespect. He's not going to linger in places where he's merely tolerated instead of feeling celebrated. And a man with that kind of mindset, those kind of values, he is dangerous. He's dangerous because it threatens people. Because when a man knows his worth, he becomes harder to control, harder to manipulate. He sees through the scams, and that man becomes harder to keep small, harder to shrink. You see, the problem is the world is full of men walking around with strength in their bodies, but doubt in their souls. Their souls are empty. But when a man flips that switch, when he finally says to himself, I deserve better, I deserve more, everything about that man changes.
That's the advice I'm going to leave you with. Okay? Gentlemen, this one's a little longer, but hey, I thought the lesson was important for you guys to understand the position that we're going to be in. Women are going to be much more devious. They're going to do the whole chameleon. You got to be careful of the whole bait and switch. Do not make any rash decisions of committing to any woman that you see that has even the slightest flag. Now, I'm forget about red flags. Any pink flags that you see, literally just stop and analyze, ask more questions. Qualify that woman before you commit. Because there are too many damaged women out there for you to actually mop up. And they're going to come at you hard. Any good man out there right now is going to get pounced on hard. Because these women are going to get desperate. They have no choice. Winter is here. Okay? Give me a thumbs up on this video, my friends. Book a session if you need any help. Of course, pick up the Content Creators Toolkit. And until tomorrow, my friends, remember, whenever in doubt, always, always ask an older man. I'll see you soon. Cheers.